And good morning, guys. Welcome to the morning sprint. I am Daphne Gray. It is Friday, and we're about to have a good wrap up of our week. Super excited about it. I know a lot of people got a lot of plans together and ready to go for y'all's football action. A lot of fun in that category, and I pray that everybody has a safe weekend. But in the meantime, we'll bring you the stories that you guys want to hear, things that'll make you smile. For example, this one right here on the screen. I absolutely love the Deep Blue Ridge. You already know I got to highlight some awesome individuals in the community. This 71-year-old cancer survivor passes the Marine Physical Fitness Test. We chat about how he hopes his message encourages others to set and reach goals in the Deep Blue Ridge. Plus, we also have a really cute little update to the donkey story that we brought you earlier this week. Remember the pregnant donkey in Glasgow? Yeah, that's going to be a really cool update coming up later in the sprint as well. But first and foremost, I do want to talk about this. This is a very important tool to have, especially with, the opioid epidemic and overdoses and stuff like that. So looking ahead, we got the first over-the-counter opioid overdose antidote expected to hit the shelves next week. Major blessing right there. Now, the manufacturer of Narcan says that the medicine will have a suggested retail price of $45 per carton. Each one includes 2 doses of the nasal spray. It will be available at Walgreens, Rite Aid, Walmart, and CVS. Again, something very, very important to have on standby because you never know when you might need to help or step in to save somebody's life. You never know. I know we've all seen those horrific sights where the law enforcement would go out on these traffic stops and they'll touch something and it would literally knock them out. And then the Narcan nasal spray stuff that they use wakes them up right there in the moment. So you never know when you're going to need this. You never know if you need to help out a family member who's suffering from substance abuse. We don't know, but just having that right there on standby is always a good thing and a good tool to have in our back pocket. So switching gears to the food world, we got a first of its kind restaurant coming to the Roanoke Valley. You do not want to miss. Botetourt County leaders announced that this Fish and Pig set to open soon in Daleville. Right now, it only has 3 locations in Virginia, which is Waynesboro, which you see here, right here on your screen, along with Farmville and Norfolk. The beloved barbecue joint offers up a family feel with a southern cuisine. The menu features items from tacos to salads to barbecue, seafood, and so much more. No word yet on when it will open, but hey, anytime we got some new economic of anything coming our way, it is always a good day, especially some good old Southern cuisine. You can't go wrong with that, man. That's always something that is very, very, very tasty. So again, we're talking about how it's football season. A lot of people are excited, whether you're playing high school football today. I know 1st and 10 is about to go hard in the paint, or college football on the weekend. And tomorrow marks the first of the UVA football season as they kick things off against the University of Tennessee. Something really cool here, though. One Cavaliers' path to the gridiron this year is both unique and remarkable. So 34-year-old grad student Matt Ganyard will be handling kickoffs for the Cavs. It's a dream that initially started a decade ago, but he didn't make the cut. Since then, he spent 10 years in the Marines flying Cobra attack helicopters, got married, and had 2 kids, but he never gave up on his goal.
The thing I'm most proud of is just the persistence. I think there were a lot of times throughout this 16 years where, it's felt like it's been another closed door. I don't know that it's fully hit me, that I get to be part of that game day environment.
Such a cool story right there. So Ganyard also has to get a waiver from the NCAA to make this happen. And there have been a few jokes from the team about his age. Some of the jokes include calling him Papa, Grandpa, Uncle Matt, you name it. I think it's pretty cool and pretty funny, too, because they're, obviously joking about how old he is. And it's crazy that they're talking about how old he is. He's just 34. I'm 30. Come on, man. He is not Grandpa that bad. But either way, you look at him, he looks like a freshman almost a junior of some sort. Doesn't look that old at all. But whether he's old or not, I know he's going to do well with helping out the team this season, and it's cool that he's being able to reach his goals right now. Okay, so switching gears, Hurricane Dahlia will now
you want to prepare at
Dahlia.
least
Hold
to
on
have
just a second. There we go. Got it back together. Okay, so Tropical Storm Dahlia obviously is wreaking havoc. It pummeled through Georgia and the Carolinas after slamming Florida's Big Bend Wednesday as a Category 3 hurricane. So the damage that it caused, crazy. And while there hasn't been a big impact here at home, it serves as an important reminder of what to do when disaster strikes. Red Cross tells us there are a few items that you should gather when a storm is expected.
You want to prepare at least to have a gallon of water per person per day, and you want to prepare for at least 2 weeks. You want to have canned foods, a first aid kit, a flashlight.
Now, Grant also recommends listening to your local emergency officials closely if a hurricane is expected. And also something else to keep in mind. You already know we have local groups that are always trying to work to figure out how they can help out in times of disaster. And this one particularly, you know them, God's Pit Crew, always doing it big, man. This is God's Pit Crew out of Danville. They're going to deploy an immediate response team to Georgia this weekend to help those impacted by Hurricane Idalia. Members of the nonprofit are expected to leave early Sunday morning. Semi-trucks and haulers equipped with chainsaws, tarps, and other equipment will help clear debris, remove trees, and dry out homes impacted by the flooding. The Southside nonprofit will also provide blessing buckets containing non-perishable food items, water, first aid kits, and so much more. Anyone interested in providing a blessing bucket can donate the cost by visiting God's Pit Crew's website. The cost only $35 to fill. So yes, let's help them out. I know this is going to be a tough time for them to try to rebuild through this awful scenario, the situation. Anytime when you have these big weather events, it's always not anything that we like to hear about, because we already know the impact it's going to have on people as they work to try to rebuild their lives. It's going to be a very stressful one. So any kind of relief is very helpful, which is why if you guys want to help donate, go to our website, WSLS.com, figure out how you can help God's Pit Crew. And again, it only costs $35 to help fill up a blessing bucket. Here at home, the hurricane hasn't impacted anything, and there's nothing too crazy happening here on a local level. In fact, if you woke up this morning, felt like fall, I was a little chill, got that chill when I walked outside letting Bo out. But apparently it's supposed to be a beautiful weekend ahead of our Labor Day holiday. So meteorologist Chris Michaels joins us right now with our Friday forecast. That's not Chris at all, but give me a second. There you go.
Hey there, guys. Happy Friday. Week 2 of high school football. The weather could not be any better. Look at that. Kickoff temps in the low to mid 70s. Fourth quarter temperatures more than likely in the 60s. So you might need a hoodie or something like that. But overall, things looking and feeling great for high school football, college football, and the rest of Labor Day weekend. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys first thing Monday morning on the Sprint.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Always good to hear from you, brother, and especially giving us what we need to hear regarding our weather. And we got to also give a shout out to all of our people out there who rescued and helped to clear the shelters campaign, taking in those adoptable cute furry animals, and even still looking into some of the animals that are out there still needing a forever home. I want to take time out to give shout outs to our past, or some of the past people who have adopted animals out of shelters. You guys sent them in through our pennant page, so let's get straight to it right here on your screen. This is coming from Marie. She said, "This is Bailey, was returned 3 times at the SPCA shelter in Florida before I adopted him. He is now living his best life, sunbathing every chance he gets." I love that brindle color. It always reminds me of my dog, Bo. Super cool, handsome little guy right there. So thank you guys so much stepping in, rescuing him. This one coming in, little cute little deal right here. Clabreeze sent us BB, little rescue miniature poodle. She was a puppy mill breeder dog and was afraid of grass when she was first adopted. Says that she is now completely blind and completely deaf, but she is still precious to us. Thank you for taking in our babies. And look at her. She's still living her best life. Whether she's blind or deaf, she's having a good time. Look at this cute face right here. Terry Lewis sent us Honeybee, rescued from RCACP. Thank you for that so much. Beautiful puppy right there. And then last but not least, we got to give shout out to this right here. This is Luna. Luna, formerly known as Nina, adopted at 6 months old from RCACP 3 years ago. Now look how healthy that jugger look, and active. Almost makes you want to just get up and move looking at her. But yes, thank you guys so much sending in all of your cute furry animals, your little pets. We love to see them. And again, guys, if you got anything else you would like to share with us on Pants, please go there. Send them to us, whether it's a dog, cat, food, whatever. Send it to us. But again, thank you guys so much for adopting these animals. And if you still are looking for a forever baby, go to our Clear the Shelters page on our website, WSLS.com. Even though the campaign ended yesterday, that was our last day, there are still animals to be adopted. So hopefully we can get those animals some homes as soon as possible. Now, I also want to mention this cool update that we were telling you guys about. Earlier this week, we kind of showed you guys this cool story about a donkey who was pregnant, got stuck in a pond, had to be rescued by the volunteer first responders in that area. So here it is. Check this out. You remember that donkey we were telling you about? Okay, so this is Billy Potter of Collierston. See, he let us know that Emma, who was the donkey that was rescued, delivered her baby Thursday morning. There she goes when she was getting rescued right then and there. Says that their foal is healthy and up to eating and running around. Potter also told us that he is putting up an electric fence around the pond to keep another accident like this from happening. But again, let's take one more shot at this cute little baby. Look at the baby. Came out and is happy, live and well. We were joking about this earlier today. Like, how funny would it be? Because I always know as humans, we have these conversations with our parents. Like, what do you tell us a story about us when we were babies. If donkeys are able to speak to each other, pretty sure that donkey is going to be able to say, okay, so check this out. When I was pregnant with you, I actually fell in a pond, was stuck, took all these first responders to pull me out. And when I got pulled out, you fell out of me. And here it goes. The rest is history. So, yeah, awesome story right there. Awesome update. I love to see it. And again, if you guys have any cool stories like that that you know that are happening here around us on a local level, send it to us because, again, we would love to just share those feel-good stories that'll make people smile. Something that also will make you smile is this story right here. You all know I do a segment called the Deep Blue Ridge, where we look at unique individuals throughout our community. They're kind of like you and me, but then there's something in their history that makes them relatable to our lives in some form or fashion, no matter what that may be, no matter what time and place it may be. You know, last Deep Blue Ridge we did about 2 weeks ago, that was Juice, and you guys responded well to Juice, who absolutely loved him. Well, this week we're talking about a 70-year-old or 71-year-old cancer survivor who passed the Marine Physical Fitness Test. It's not easy to do. Okay, so meet this guy. His name is John Harb. He obviously was handed a bunch of obstacles in his life, but if you're looking at your screen right now, that's his trainer, Red Dowdell. He's at Rockbridge Barbell, and he's doing pull-ups. This man can do pull-ups. I can't even think about doing a pull-up right now, but very fit. But unfortunately, his life story doesn't start in the gym. It starts with throat cancer. He suffered at 68 years old in the fall of 2020. Came in and said that they had a mass in his throat. Put his life on hold because he said he was genuinely a very healthy individual, loved to go out and be in his garden. But unfortunately, when he had to go through this, fortunately, it was a treatable, curable disease, but it took a toll on his body. Weeks of chemotherapy, fatigue, having to be on a feeding tube. And then right there, you see it. I think it's the Christmas Eve of 2020 that he was able to ring his last treatment bell. Now, the story gets any more interesting because, get this, he wanted to get fit. He wanted to get his body back in shape because he apparently had lost 40 pounds. Skin was hanging off. And that's when he reached out to Rockbridge Barbell, met Red Dowdell and told him that I wanted to get fit. They had been working out, got him in shape. But then he was just like, I need to be fit like a Marine because his son is a Marine. So he started figuring out how to take this test, this Marine Physical Fitness Test. It involves 3 different rankings. You can pass the test with 150 points. I think it said, what does it say? Passing is 150 points. And then second class is 200 to 234 points. First class is 235 to 300 points. So, fortunately, he trained up so well to where they passed him on his bad day. Like on his worst day, he can reach that score to where when the day finally came, I think it was May 4th of this year, he actually passed it with 244 points. And now his story is, now that he's cancer-free, he's in his best shape of his life, he hopes that his story inspires other people to set and reach goals, no matter what those goals may be, whether it can be working out or simply, trying to pass a test or trying to reach another goal that nobody else knew about. Set the goal, get it together, reach it, and he said that you would definitely be in a better headspace. So yes, if you guys want to know more about John Harp, he's an awesome individual, very sweet guy. Absolutely love this interview because he was so humble. He was always like, it's not about me. It's about just basically, if I can do it, you can do it too. So yeah, guys, if you want to learn more about his story, please go to our website, WSLS.com. On the morning, not the morning sprint, but the Deep Blue Ridge tab is right then and there, ready to go. I'm going to bring in Jazzy Jazz. Jazz, how you doing, girl?
Hey, I'm doing good. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. So what do you think about my boy Harb, who's doing all these push-ups and stuff?
Yeah, I think it's an incredible story of triumph because honestly, everyone has something that they're going through. Everyone has a battle that they're facing, but his story is absolutely incredible, and it shows that you can really overcome anything, any sort of tribulation that you go through and that you face. So I'm just really honestly proud of him that he was able to pass that test and show that he can overcome anything and he can do anything that he puts his mind to. So it's definitely inspirational.
Definitely big time. Could you do a pull-up?
No.
We got to get with John and hopefully he can train us to figure out how we can do that.
Can you?
Girl, I cannot do a pull-up. No. Okay, so tell me, do we have any viewers or comments today?
Yeah, we have some viewers. We don't have any comments today, but it's super easy to leave a comment, and we want you guys to join the conversation. You can do that by going to WSLS.com, going straight to the morning sprint, and leaving us a comment of your thoughts or anything you have to say in the comment section right above the article. You can also comment on Facebook and YouTube, and we'll be sure to respond to your comments live if you do so.
Perfecto. Jazz, you got anything planned for the weekend?
I'm just hanging out with some friends. What about you?
Parents are coming in town tomorrow. So,
Ooh, that's fun.
yeah, I've been doing well on my diet, so I already know it's going to be like crashed as soon as they get here because mom was already talking about barbecue and desserts and stuff. So, we got to be respectful and eat, Well,
that sounds like fun.
yeah. Jazz, you have a blessed rest of your day, a blessed weekend, and we will chat again on Monday at 8 a.m., girl.
All right, sounds good.
All right, girl, have a good one. All right, guys, before we roll out, got to get to these headlines before we leave for today so you guys will know exactly what's going on. And I'm actually going to be anchoring the noon later on, so you'll see me there. But get this, student loan repayment pause is coming to an end. Any remaining debt starts gaining interest as of today. Payments will resume in October. What you need to know about your repayment options. Plus, as millions of Americans will grill with friends and family this Labor Day weekend, there's a growing concern looming over the nation's capital, another potential government shutdown. That's something that nobody likes to hear. And then last but not least, back to school means big changes for students, from new schools to new teachers, new friends, and new schedules. And it can be overwhelming, but we have some tips on how you can help keep your child healthy through it all. Also, before we roll out, I got to keep you guys in the know about some of the other things that are happening later today. In Lynchburg, NBA player Jonathan Isaac will visit Liberty University and feature as a guest speaker during the convocation. Isaac made national headlines back in 2020 as a member of the Orlando Magic when he was first player in the NBA bubble to remain standing while his teammates and other players kneeled in unity with the Black Lives Matter movement. Isaac has cited his faith in countless interviews and attributed his return to the court to God's healing after suffering career-threatening injuries. Awesome guy right there. Convocation will begin this morning at 10:30. Also, something to keep in mind, the Bedford County Coyote Lottery starting today. The County AG Division says that Ag Division says that overpopulation is also a problem in the area. And while the animals are not typically dangerous to humans, they can threat smaller pets. County leaders say that each animal killed by hunters counts as an entry to win a grand prize of $1,000 or 6 additional prizes of $500 each. The lottery starts today and runs through the end of February. This year also marks the first time it has been held. since it was interrupted by the pandemic. And then last but not least, yes, I know we got a lot of stuff happening today, but it's cool, man. Keep you guys active on your Friday and this weekend. One community will hold the first ever daddy-daughter dance night. That's going to be fun. The event at One Community Way in Danville will give fathers and daughters the opportunity to go out and create a bonding experience that will last a lifetime. The dance will have food and beverages available along with photos, prizes, and more. The River Center event is free but limited to the first 30 signups. Daddy and Daughter Dance begins at 5 p.m. later today. Do not miss it. It's going to be fun. A lot of different events happening right then and there. And again, guys, if you know of anything else that is going on, please let us know. We got a list, typically do a good job with having those events listed out on our website at WSLS.com. Again, it's Labor Day. It's coming up. I hope everybody's having a blessed weekend, a blessed start to the weekend. Be safe. I know a lot of people are going to go out on the lake, go to the swimming pools. Whatever you do, please do it with family and be happy, man. This world is getting crazy, get a little chaotic every once in a while, so it's always good to just unplug from life and just be with the ones that you love. So with that being said, thank you guys for spending time with me today and throughout this entire week. We'll be back here next Monday at 8 a.m. WSLS.com on the Morning Sprint.